Kenny Omega, baby! Bigger than Ibushi, bigger than Ibushi, bigger than Gotch, bigger than Gotch, bigger than Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Kenny, by God, freaking mother effing Omega has returned to All Elite Wrestling to finish what he started. And that is now to cement his legacy as to become the first Trios champion with the Elite. So on this special episode of AEW Dynamite, which is sponsored by, not all surprisingly, House of the Dragon. So, I say we won on that front. And AEW is now starting to regain its momentum they were having at Double or Nothing right before the injury plague started happening. AEW has brought Punk back. AEW is bringing Kenny back. And with what's going to happen next week, I'm suspecting that certain MJF is coming back. And Adam Cole's coming back. Kyle O'Reilly's coming back. They're all coming back to finish what they started. And by God, it is glorious. So the Young Bucks, after they were saved by Hangman, made you think, oh, it's going to be the Hung Bucks again. It's going to be Hangman and the Young Bucks teaming up again. Nope. Just when you thought AEW was like, you think we had all of it? Subversion time. Remember, Disney, this is what subversive narrative looks like. Anyways, so... yeah, I had to put that shot in there. The Young Bucks, besides Hangman, wanted to fix what they broke with Hangman. Now, couldn't go to him to be their partner since he declined. So now it was like, oh dear, we're in a pickle. Okay, we'll go with the Undisputed Elite. Wait, they hate us now. Hangman said no. Brandon Cutler and Michael Nakazawa suck, so we can't use them. I'm pretty sure that's what their thoughts were. Don Callis? No. We make the call. Is he ready? Well, according to Kenny Omega, he apparently will never be 100% because, well, he's an insane lunatic. But that's a completely different subject. Yep. But, yeah. They were teasing about being the Elite, which, it is kind of crazy when you think about it for more than 30 seconds, because they're that desperate. So, yeah, Tony Khan kind of spoiled Kenny Omega's return. Now, let me be clear on when I say that. No, he did not say Kenny Omega is coming back tonight. No. He actually spoiled it months ago when he said there will only be a trios title happening once Kenny is ready and able. Which means, yes, it's when Kenny comes back. Oh, look, there's a trios title. Oh, I'm sure that's not saying anything. So... yeah, maybe Tony Khan should not have spoiled that major detail, because when you say this is going to only happen if a certain person comes back, then you're kind of in the situation where it's like, we spoiled that, didn't we? Yep. Damn you, Tony. You spoil us! And, yeah, Kenny Omega came back, and... the crowd goes wild to see Kenny Omega, Don Callis especially, come back. See these guys back at it again, and they go at it. And, okay. There is something about this match. The match is really good. It's what you would expect from the 6 talent involved. You got the Young Bucks, you got Kenny by God Omega, you got Andrade El Idolo, you got Roos, and you got Dragon Lee. They are phenomenal talent, and therefore you should expect magic. But they decided to do something a little different. So, while I'm pretty sure some will make the argument that it's legit, some might say this might not be, so I'm just throwing it out there that there's a possibility this is all legitimate. But Kenny decided, instead of coming back and acting like, oh, I'm better than ever, I'm still the god of pro wrestling, and they decide to acknowledge, yeah, he had multiple surgeries. He's more machine now than man, and whatnot. So there goes my mandatory Darth Vader reference. Kenny Omega was really selling the fact that he had ring rust. Really giving him this vibe. He had ring rust. There were points he missed his cues. And some might say, he's botching because he can't keep going. He's still hurt. Okay, look, I know we still recall what happened at All Out when 2020 happened. And I like to think Tony Khan learned his lesson from that. But yeah, so I get there's a foundation settlement there. But the idea that Kenny is now saying, instead of doing this, we're still going to do the little slow thing. We're going to act like he's still not ready. This is like his road to redemption for himself. And yeah. When that happened, I was thinking for one fleeting moment, could they actually do another subversion and have Los Ingobernables win? To really nail home the idea that Kenny came back too early? He even struggled to do the one-winged angel. Also, I'm pretty certain Dragon Lee was legit knocked out for a moment. And then they were like, okay, we gotta end this on a high note. Confusingly. Yeah, they need to work on the time management stuff. I have here and they had everything going, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if it's because of who their sponsor was that they kept having to like delay the inevitable finish, and then it just went over time. I'm like, that's just my opinion. Omega kept selling, and Dragon Lee, oh god, Dragon Lee decides to jump through the ring ropes and crash into Omega, top row Sudacia. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. And crash into the audience section. I was like, when was the last time they did something like this? I know AEW did it once. I think Darby Allin. Yeah, definitely Darby Allin, most likely. But it just reminds me of when, if I recall, Bam Bam Bigelow, or what? No, wait. I think it was RVD and Jerry Lynn. I was thinking when Bam Bam Bigelow threw Spike Dudley to the crowd, and they surfed him around like he was like he was a rock star, which tells you back then how crazy things were in the 90s. Then I remember. Oh wait. I think it was RVD and Jerry Lynn, because RVD was crazy and bonkers. Probably literally when you think about it, looking back on it. But yeah, Kenny, by God, Omega still got it. If he was selling the idea that he came back too early and it was not like legit, damn good actor. He should definitely sell. He's definitely a seller on that front. Let's hope that is the case and it's not legit come back too early. Because he said if he gets one big setback during this recovery phase, he's never doing this again. And he was open to doing, and he was open to, like, I already cashed in my chips. I could cash in right now and leave, and I'll be remembered forever. Mostly as the psychotic madman who thought I could wrestle with 4 different belts around my waist. 3 of which belong to different promotions. Oh, and work New Japan schedule. Oh, also, believe I can also develop a video game, be an executive vice president, and defy my doctor mentally speaking reasons, but okay. Yeah, I could go on about Kenny Omega and his desire to overwork himself to the extreme. Like, for God's sakes. Dude. So yeah, they had a fucking awesome match. I said it. You made me swear. And seeing Kenny back And if this is really the story they're going for, long road, like he may be back, but he's not good, but is he still the Kenny Omega we remember? Has he changed? Has his personality changed? Has his ability as a wrestler changed? And will Adam Cole get his long-awaited revenge? Well, I would like to point this out. I would like to also point out that if certain events happen during the taping of Rampage, Adam Cole might be the second person to get, maybe in second place for revenge, because if certain things go down a certain way, we could get Will Ospreay and Omega going at it. And considering what Will Ospreay has said about Kenny, yeah, that's a death sentence waiting to happen for someone. But I wouldn't be surprised if they hold off the idea of having that feud just yet. Just yet. They'll probably they're probably tempted, since this could be their only time, since Kenny, you could theoretically believe, is on limited time now, regardless of the surgeries he's had. We'll have to see. The time management thing, part of me thinks they were like, the match went on longer than expected, probably due to the fact that they had to keep sponsoring House of the Dragon. Like, there were like 3 ad breaks, and that was kind of annoying. Picture-in-picture moments happening really quickly in rapid succession. I'm sure there's a pun to be said about that. And they had to keep delaying the match a little bit longer, and it led to this confusing ending where it was supposed to end where it ends with Omega and the Elite taking out Andrade and Rush after they betray Dragon Lee, but instead it goes to this narrative idea, to this idea that Rush betrays Lee, his brother, the Dragon Lee, oh yeah, whatever. Andrade does a hammerlock DDT, and the Elite rush down to the ring, and we cut to black. And I was like, yeah, that might be a problem. So, yeah, the plan. So yeah, Kenny Omega and the others are on the cusp of probably getting the trios title. We'll see. And Kenny has apparently been avoiding the public eye for a while now, working mostly on the Fight Forever video game, saying that Omega's input was crucial, despite Yuke's attempt to co-opt the game, apparently. We'll have to see. Kenny, by God, Omega, you're back. Please don't risk yourself too far. And if you're really just selling this idea that you came back too early, okay, that's awesome. Can you just not try and risk giving us our attack? We already had enough with Will Ospreay and Orange Cassidy, and then we get pissed off about it when we hear Orange Cassidy admit to Rocky Romero saying, I don't think I could hang with Will Ospreay. That was you in doubt? Orange Cassidy, you had the freaking match of year quality with Will Ospreay, and that was you when you were doubting yourself? What the fuck would it have been like if you were trying? So I just wanted to be dramatic, but still, what the hell? That was you doubting yourself? What is it like when you're at your best? Hey, God, man! But we'll have to see once the Rampage spoilers happen, or Rampage airs, because I'm not saying anything. But just imagine, United Empire versus Elite, Ospreay and Omega in the same ring? Oh, I'm pretty sure violence will soon spectacle itself on that front. But for now, we witness the return of the God of Pro Wrestling, Kenny by God Omega, and his advocate Don Callis, Cyrus the Virus, who may or may not have had a triggered moment when he saw an ECW sign once back when the Bryan Danielson feud happened. Still with Triple H in charge, I'm hoping we get Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega if they ever agreed to do a big show together. Please. I need that motherfucking match. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on everything. This was Near Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presenting the Elite Elite versus Los Ingobernables. Los Ingobernables. I try to pronounce it as best I can. I'll probably fail at that all the time. Andrade, Rus, and Dragon Lee. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other content in the description below. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you all again next time. Peace and take care. Welcome back, Kenny Omega, to the world of professional wrestling. And welcome to the destiny of motherfucking pro wrestling. Peace. Goodbye. Good night.